have startups building great transformative solutions, both in agriculture, healthcare, financial services, education, logistics, and security. Nigeria continues to lead Africa's startup ecosystem, attracting significant venture capital investment and producing globally recognized technology companies. But our ambition must go beyond creating startups. We must create scale-ups. That's why I want to encourage the investors that are here today, especially those venture capitalists who are present here, to be able to bring out their money and make commitments to the young startups who are building amazing solutions. We build companies that serve not only Nigeria, but Africa and the world. The next global technology giant could emerge from Lagos. The next AI breakthrough could emerge from Port Harcourt. The next unicorn could emerge from Niger Delta. And the next generation of innovators may be in this room today. If you are there to be the next generation of innovators, can I hear your voice? Can I hear your voice? I believe that you are going to be one of those people, as happened to Yan GPT that was bought over yesterday. Your company will also be acquired by a bigger company, and you are going to make progress in your the area of your digital inspiration. Now, artificial intelligence presents one of the greatest opportunities of our generation. AI is helping farmers to predict crop yield. It is helping doctors to detect diseases earlier. It is improving financial inclusion. It is also enhancing cybersecurity. But AI is not merely a technology issue. It is also an economic issue, a governance issue, a workforce issue, and ultimately a human issue. That's why Nigeria is pursuing a balanced approach, one that promotes innovation, ensuring ethical, inclusive, and responsive AI development. Now, as most of you may have been aware, about 2-3 years ago, when the agency, through the ministry nationally, gathered close about 120 experts in development of AI strategy. So Nigeria has a robust AI strategy at the moment, with the vision of becoming an AI leader by harnessing the use of transformative technology through inclusive development and also inclusive innovation. And in that AI, the focus is on 3 strategic areas. Number 1 is economic growth. Number 2 is that of social development. And number 3 is that of technology enhancement. And it is anchored on 5 strategic pillars, ranging from adoption to infrastructure and also to ethical and governance. That's what that tells you that Nigeria is on the right track in terms of AI development. And since that 2 years, 3 or 2 years up to now, there have been significant development in the area of infrastructure investment. I can tell you through that, because of that strategy, close about $1.8 billion investment has come into the AI infrastructure. We have also trained close about 7,000 AI certification in AI. Not only that, also, we have ensured that we build what we call an AI collective, a knowledge repository where those data sets, knowledge can also be harnessed. We are not also stopping at that. We have also increased a number of partnerships that we're having with global partners as a result of that strategy. That means equip yourself, enhance yourself, get yourself acquainted with the strategy, and know that Nigeria has a definite path to follow in terms of AI strategy. We also know that we have several SPVs that are supporting startups. We have the ONDI, Office of National Digital Innovation, that are supporting startups. So we reach out to us through those offices and be able to benefit from the Nigerian Startup Act that provides areas and specific areas that has to do with incentive, has to do with startup labeling, and has to do with creating opportunity for every startup to be able to scale up. The power of syntropy. The essence of syntropy is synergy. No government can transform the economy alone. Just 2 minutes, please. No startup can build an ecosystem alone. No investor can create prosperity alone. Transformation occurs when institutions work together, when innovators collaborate, when academia build partners with industry, when government creates enabling policies, when investors provide pressure capital, and when citizens seek to build a future where collaboration multiplies impact, a future where innovation solves real problems, a future where technology creates opportunity for all. That's the future we desire to see. Now the conversation we want to see from this room today. And finally, before I close, I want to say this. History will remember this generation for one thing. Whether we merely witness the digital revolution or whether we help to shape it, I believe Nigeria will shape it. I believe the Niger Delta will contribute significantly to it. And I believe that conversation, partnership, innovation, and opportunity created at this Expo will help to accelerate that future. The future is not something we inherit. The future is something we build. There therefore, I want to invite everyone, young and old. I want to invite the entrepreneurs, the venture capitalists, the government people that are seated here. I want to invite the industrialists, the investors. Come. NIDA is open. Come and partner with us, come and collaborate with us. We believe that collaboration helps to massify impact. Partnership can help us to build collective intelligence. And therefore, let us join hands together to build a digital Nigeria with digital Africa. Thank you very much for listening.
Profound appreciation goes to the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDA, Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, CCIE, very ably represented by the Director of Stakeholder Management and Partnerships, Dr. Aristotle Onumo. Please put your hands together for him in appreciation for their intervention, partnership, collaboration, and leadership. Whilst he was speaking, we had our chief host walk in. Distinguished ladies of corporate affairs, Dr. Tony Omar is here. Good afternoon and welcome. The Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, Delta State, has honored us with his presence. Please together receive Dr. Daniel, or DJ, who is seated comfortably with us. Please appreciate, thank you so much for being here with us this glorious HARCOURT Tech Expo 2026, Day 1. To bring us goodwill and allow us settle in before we welcome our chief host to officially open the Expo, please welcome the Permanent Secretary, River State ICT Department, Mrs. Aleruchi Elizabeth Akani, as she comes to stage. If your hands are here, let's hear them.
Thank you. Allow me to maintain the existing protocol that has already been established. Nonetheless, I wish to extend my heartfelt greetings to everyone in attendance this afternoon. Before I go further, to express my gratitude to the organizers of this year's Expo, I would want to commend them for having gone this route for the third time. And from all indications, it has proven to be successful each time. The HARCOURT Tech Expo, we thank you very much for propelling River State globally in this regard. Thank you very much. Your team this year, which is Sin Trophy, is proposing a sophisticated ecosystem-based approach to approach economic and social development. What does this mean? By this, we are looking at a purposeful collaboration of every sector, especially the tech sector. This collaboration that will bring together startups and facilitators, as well as investors, the policymakers, to bring us together in these engagements, so that we'll bring about collaboration that will not only influence or impact the present generation, but our future generations to come. And so this morning, we have come as a state to encourage us and to make us understand that we are in this together. Because when we focus on startups, using the digital infrastructures available and tapping talent pipelines available at our disposal, we tend to create a technological environment that would generate more economic and social energy that we can't consume alone in our time, but in time to come, it will still be useful. So far, we know in Rivers State that the tech industry has existed in isolation. By that I mean most of them have been standing on individualistic basis. But with programs such as this, I believe our coming together will provide a cohesion that would help us to attract investors to the state. I believe also, from what we have seen so far as a department, that we have capable startups in the state who will make this happen. Because last year, the department was fortunate to was fortunate to be at Abuja for the National Board of Technical Innovation Program. And then we had some people from our state, some startups make the list, the final list. They were among the tops, and their innovations were so remarkable that if they were also present in London for the international event. Rivers State is now relenting as a state in the tech ecosystem. So far, the department and the Ministry of Education is working together to come up with a proposed ICT policy and the adoption of the Startup Act in the state. Currently, this is undergoing due process, and we believe that in due course, when this is adopted in the state, it will be for the good of every one of us. We'll begin to maximize the benefits of this policy for our startups as well as our innovators and the IT sectors will continue to flourish in the state. And so I want to urge and encourage us here this morning that as we proceed with the engagement, going by the objectives set out by the HARCOURT Tech Expo, that this engagement will result in fruitful deliberations and activities that would eventually cause the state to be a premier partner in the tech development in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
From Oil City to Tech City, from Oil City to Idea City, through the partnerships of the ICT Department of River State, please appreciate the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Aleruchi Elizabeth Akani, for her intervention this morning. If your hands are here, they are strong, they are syntropic. Please put them together for her. Thank you so much, ma'am. It is now my honor and privilege to welcome our chief host for his keynote and declaration of the HARCOURT Tech Expo 2026 Open. Please, if you are ready, I would like to welcome the man who has taken the NDDC from transaction to transformation. Under his leadership, every city, every community in the Niger Delta has felt his presence with solar street lights. Under his leadership, we've had youth development by way of entrepreneurship training, and of course we can see what's going on here. Please, together, DJ, give us something strong for the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, the Niger Delta
Ladies and gentlemen,
Please permit me to rest on a well-established protocol. I know that there are respected people from Nigeria, not only Niger Delta, here in this room. All of you are very, very important. But because I don't know your name, in no particular order, I just want to say welcome all of you to the 2026 HARCOURT Tech Expo. The Tech Expo for 2026 with the team in trophy
is very, very apt because this is a Tech Expo that started with its maiden edition in and since 2024 till date, this Tech Expo organized by Tech Nexus in collaboration with other stakeholders, including NDDC, has moved from strength to strength, has gathered momentum, and in that momentum it has attracted tech experts and professionals from different parts of the country and across the world. I want to say thank you to Tech Nexus for keeping this vision alive, to bring tech experts together and creating an opportunity and a platform for networking and promoting technology and innovation. For the team today, Sim Trophy, we believe it is very, very apt and timely because we all need that collaboration and synergy to ensure that we make tech the future of Nigeria. Tech is the future today globally, and Nigeria cannot be isolated. I would not say we're doing very well because with our population, if our population has that technological awareness, definitely would have been on top of the world, if number one in Africa. Probably before you call India, you also talk about Nigeria. Because countries with huge population have taken advantage of technology and technological advancement to also advance their economy. Today, India is also at the front runner. You talk about China, why not Nigeria? If today we have the largest population in Africa, then technological advancement in Africa should be domiciled in Nigeria. So this is an opportunity for us to take advantage of this expo.
For younger ones who want to grow in technological advancement, this is an opportunity for us to ensure that we have the right interaction, we build the right contact, and also advance it from this level. Tech is something that can be anywhere. Tech knows no billionaire, knows no poor man. Tech brings the world for everybody to be equal. Because today, if you look at all the technology innovators in the world, most of them were never educated. Most of them never had formal education. They were never the rich people. But today, they are the richest people in the world. So for us in the Niger Delta, I think we need to take advantage of this opportunity. Because back in the days when we want to depend on crude oil exploration and depend on the byproducts of crude oil, thinking that that is the only wealth in the world. But today we can see, you go to Lagos, those who are involved in fintech, edutech, and various techs, you can see how well they are doing. Today they are the richest young Nigerians because they've taken advantage of that. And on that list, we also want to see people from the Niger Delta on that list that are doing very well. That is why the Tech Expo is here to also bring us together under one roof, under one platform, for us to synergize and also plan a future, not only for the Niger Delta, but for
Nigeria. Because in this collaboration, we need both government and private sector to collaborate to advance technological development in Nigeria. On the side of government, we need enabling laws that also help those who are into technological advancement to ensure that they thrive. On the part of government, where government need to fund people who are into technological advancement, government should also provide those funds for them. Because government today cannot afford employing every graduate that has graduated from Nigerian universities. Today, every university in Nigeria graduates over, let's say, minimum of 4,000 every year. So if you times this number times the number of universities we have in Nigeria, then you find out that we have a very, very high unemployed population. So what is the feature of this high unemployed population? The feature of this high unemployed population is not white-collar job. Tech is the only feature. We must take advantage of it. Even tech can lead us into agriculture. Today with tech, we can also make agriculture easy. Because I believe agriculture and tech is the real feature of our young population. Because this is the only feature and the only platform where you don't need to know somebody who is in position to thrive. You know, those days, once you graduate from the university, because we didn't have too many persons that were graduates from university, some communities probably find only one person or two persons. Even in some local governments, you find only 3 persons that are graduates that are there. Then we had so many jobs. Job opportunities were looking for people. But today there are no job opportunities. There is the age you get to, you find out that you become unemployed. Companies will publish for employment, they say, between the ages of 22 to 29. So that means once you're above 29 years old, you become unemployed. So who employs that population that is above 29 years old? The only opportunity we have is to take advantage of this. Because this is the real feature. That is why we in NDDC, we are also trying to ensure that we are part of this collaboration and this partnership as part of our own intervention. It must not necessarily be giving you money in your pocket, but it's creating an opportunity, a platform for you to at least, interact and also network with tech experts. Because in this room we have tech experts that have come from different parts of the world, mostly from Lagos, that are here to also support youths and younger ones from the Niger Delta region. Let us as a people take advantage of this, because this is the real future. And this real future is what is global today. Today with AI and every sophisticated tech advancement, you can see that the world is even easier. And with AI, you find out that even a lot of people are also going to lose their job placements, because AI is going to be doing a lot of job for people. So do you want to sit out there and wait for AI to take your job, or you want to be ahead of AI? It is either you're ahead of AI or AI will take your position. Society is moving from one level to another, one phase to another phase. We were in the phase where you needed university education to get a job. Today, you don't need university education to get a job. With your experience and your knowledge in tech, you can sit down in the comfort of your home and also be employed in different parts of the world, where you can be earning in foreign currency because of your technological innovation. Let us take advantage of this, because there's a northern saying that says, an orphan is only a lazy man. Please, I know we don't have lazy people in this room. You cannot characterize yourself to be an orphan because you have no parents. Today, with technology, you don't need parents to be a wealthy man. It only needs your ingenuity. It needs your effort. It needs a sound mind. It needs genuine effort that will make you to acquire technological skills. With that, you can beat poverty. So I don't think anybody here can claim to be an orphan. So with this, you don't need a father or a mother to take your CV around looking for job opportunities for you. Because those who are involved in fintech today in Nigeria, most of them, they went to the best schools around the world, but they dropped those things which they studied. Today they are doing well in the field where they find themselves today. Take advantage of it. It is left for you to challenge yourself, challenge your mind, and tell yourself that if A, B, C, D can do it, I can also do it. Do not limit yourself. You can only be limited by your mind. Anything your mind conquers, that means you are above that level. So you can grow from one level to another level. This is the opportunity before you, and this is the opportunity right before all of us. We might think that maybe this might be one of those talk shops where people just come to make beautiful speeches and leave. Please, do not see it as one. Take advantage of every word that comes out of this podium. You will definitely go home with something. And you can only be motivated by the words that come out from this podium. Because those who are going to speak on this podium, the panelists, they are experienced enough to guide you. So that which you don't understand, also reach out to them. They will guide you and they will put you through. That is why they are here. They are here because they also want to ensure that they also support younger ones to grow and to possibly be better than them. And who tell you you cannot be better than them? You can always be better. Those of us that are talking, I see people who are better than us in there, in this room, in that crowd, in that audience. You can be better than us. And that is why we are putting this effort to ensure that you are better than us. Because if you are not better than us, then society is not growing. That means our nation is not moving forward. Because you are the future of this nation. And because we want the nation to grow, we want the nation to move forward, that is why we are here appealing to your conscience. Take advantage of this. I'm very, very certain and assured that for the fact that some of you have found yourself into this room, that means you're serious-minded enough to take advantage of every opportunity here. In this room we have students, in this room we have tech experts, in this room we have startup tech operators. Whatever your category is, do not remain at that level. Always see yourself, project yourself to be at the top. You can be better than Mark Zuckerberg. You can be better than any other person. Those ones are names. They have created the foundation for you. They've created the policy. They've created the theory. They've created the principle. Take advantage of these principles. Design your own apps. Create your own innovations. Innovation resides in you. It is that intellectual property that nobody can take away from you. And you can be the only one to generate it. That is your own oil well that resides inside of you. And it is very, very easy to mine because you don't need cranes. You don't need drilling machines. You don't need to order them. You don't need to buy them. Just develop it internally and you definitely get it. So I thought, speaking to the younger ones who are the future of this country, creating this opportunity and with the team which talks about collaboration and synergy. At every level we can collaborate. At every level we can synergize to ensure that we create tech hubs in different parts of this region. We can create tech hubs in different parts of this country for us to take advantage of it. We can synergize at every level. The younger ones can also synergize with government. We want you to challenge government. Let us see the opportunities and challenge government to support you. That is part of the collaboration. Without government seeing the challenges from you, government will also be relaxed. Because for that synergy to work, that means something must create a reaction. What are you initiating to create that reaction from the part of government? We can train. Unfortunately, it's very, very sad that sometimes we spend money to train some young ones, but sometimes they don't take them seriously. they think government should always spoon feed them. Government cannot spoon feed you. I believe that in every 100 that is being trained, if even we get 5 out of 100, then we have succeeded. NDDC, since I came in, we have involved ourselves and initiated various training programs for youth to ensure that our youths are skilled. Because a skilled population is a wealthy population. A population that is not skilled is a very, very poor population. So we believe the active population we have today, the energetic population, is a youthful population. We must kill that youthful population so that our future wealth can be secured. We have carried out several skill trainings for youth in the Niger Delta. But unfortunately, some of them have taken advantage of it, while some have not. Recently, the NDDC trained about 400 youth for CNG and autogas automation training. We gave them the starter pack. Haven't given them the starter pack, we have skilled you. Some of them are coming back again to say we must open workshops for them. They now feel so entitled that they send messages across everybody. They say they want to protest that NDDC have not opened workshops for them. Now how can we just train them and abandon them? It sounds very, very funny. Not everybody had such opportunity. For you that have gotten that opportunity to be skilled in autogas conversion, you should take advantage of it. You can go to Lagos, you can go to other places. Work with others, partner with others. You have the skill. So for me, it is a major challenge. Let us ensure that we take every opportunity we have seriously so that our future can be secured. Because the future lies in the hands of our younger population. For some of us, we have made our own fair share of mistakes, probably that have kept us where we are today. But we don't want the younger ones to make those mistakes. We don't want them to be consumed by our mistakes. That is why we are trying to ensure that we skill them and educate them. We're investing heavily in education. Just yesterday, we just did pre-departure briefing for foreign scholars, those who are going for a foreign postgraduate scholarship. 200 of them. The whole idea is for them to go and obtain skills and knowledge from abroad and come back to add value to this country. So at various levels, we are ready to ensure that we support our youthful population. But just to tell you that the process is also very, very successful. In 2024, out of the number of scholars we have in Coventry University, we had 15 distinctions. In 2025, we had 34 distinctions. And in this year, we have doubled those number of distinctions. So you can see the growth. That is to say, people are taking advantage of these opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunity available to you. You take this advantage, you take advantage of this opportunity. You cannot be a weak one. As much as they say all fingers are not equal, grow to the level of your height. Grow to the level of your elastic limit. Ask yourself, what is your elastic limit? At that level of your elastic limit, you can be very, very comfortable. We are not saying go into unnecessary competition, but there's nothing wrong if you compete with the best. You can even grow beyond the elastic limit. Learn beyond what you know. You studied political science does not mean you will not know things in biology. That does not mean you will not know issues in technology. Do not limit yourself. Education is just a foundation for you to understand the principles and understand the rudiments. So whatever you have studied, you can veer into something else. do not limit your mind. When you limit your mind, you have limited yourself. Always challenge your mind. On this note, I want to formally declare this event open and wish you a successful deliberation and discussion. Thank you very much.
Years ago, when the founders of HARCOURT Tech Expo 2026 were looking for support, going from door to door to say this is what we want to do, this man was the only one who gave a listening ear and put his money where his mouth and heart were. Please celebrate our chief host, the manager You do. He does. He talk. He do. The song is for you. For your partnership, for your support, for your leadership, for your encouragement, and for your charge this morning. We pray for God's blessing upon you and your entire team. And everybody say amen. Amen. Thank you so much, sir. We are about to go into our first panel for the HARCOURT Tech Expo 2026. This panel is on education technology, EdTech. The speakers are practitioners and they'll be giving us their insights from experience and their preferred solutions, and we would have the opportunity to ask questions. The panel will be for 25 minutes and the Q&A, the question and answer session, will be for 10 minutes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, tap somebody sitting by you and say, I am ready. Okay, no, I didn't see some tapping going on. Tap, tap, tap the shoulder touch. There's no COVID. Say, I am ready. Okay, no, sorry. Say, are you ready? What's the response? I'm not hearing it, so I don't know whether I should call them or not. When you tell me to call them, I'll call them. Should I call them? I'm not sure what you're saying. Should I call them? What are you saying, please? What's going on? Should I call the next panel up? Thank you. The voice of God will reel out their profiles and each of them will make their way to stage. This is the EdTech panel of the HARCOURT Tech Expo 2026. Introductions.
She is dedicated to bridging the gap. Ominini Ada is an accomplished event host and communication strategist with a passion for education, innovation, and lifestyle learning. She is dedicated to bridging the gap between back-end developers and end users, ensuring EdTech solutions remains accessible, effective, and user-centered. Through her work, she has contributed to strengthening foundational education for primary and secondary school students using innovative technology-driven approaches. Ominini is a strong advocate for literacy, educational advancement, and the transformative power of learning. Her expertise lies at the intersection of communication, technology, and education, where she continues to drive meaningful impact. Osima is an inclusivity and innovation strategist, ecosystem builder, and technology advocate dedicated to advancing equitable digital opportunities across Africa. As the founder of SheDex Africa, a technology startup hub for women and youth, she champions innovation, entrepreneurship, and inclusive technology adaptation. With over a decade of experience, she has worked with governments, development organizations, innovation hubs, and private sector stakeholders to expand access to opportunities for underserved communities. And innovation strategies, digital transformation, startup technology ecosystem dedicated to advancing equitable digital opportunities across Africa. As the founder of SheDex for Africa, technology study efforts to position Aquibon as one of Africa's emerging technology and innovation destination and community literacy gap in underserved communities. Through training programs, community learning initiatives, and technology education, she is passionate about creating opportunities for more people to confidently participate in the digital economy.
To join the conversation on the Ed Tech panel at the Port Harcourt Tech Expo 2026.
communicate digitally and so on. So that's what I would say for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Any thoughts?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, once again.
Good afternoon.
So, yes, nice perspectives. But when you asked the question, one thing just came to mind. What should be integrated in the policy to make sure technology, stands out? We can't help it. If we do a lot more advocacy on lifestyle, then people, especially those in the rural areas, get to understand that technology is something we should embrace. So we don't get to face issues of vandalizing, stuff when put up. So I know that if the lifestyle advocacy, especially from the rural areas, is fed, yes, adoption will be easier. So policies around that to ease and cleanse that, culture of seeing tech as something foreign should be worked on so that we can embrace inclusivity.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for this wonderful insight. My next question is, okay, Nigeria is currently facing a major education crisis today with the number of out-of-school children increasing, should I say, every day. So what specific policy interventions are needed to deploy low bandwidth or offline edtech solutions to reach these children? Who wants to take that?
Who's going? Sandra, you? Take it.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that because I'm building a learning management system for delivering digital skills. So I would say something on that. When we talk about building interventions or solutions, we need to think equality. I understand that customer segment is a thing. When you're building a product, you have a target audience, but then inclusivity is making it affordable, accessible. You need to think connectivity. You need to think about digital literacy levels. Not everyone can comfortably learn in English language, so we need to include language in it. We also need to think about usability. Can people navigate the platform? When they see your device or your solution, can they work with it? So when we say interventions as well, we can think of something hybrid. We need to combine online and offline or traditional systems for people to access. Now imagine someone in your community who struggles with internet and serious power issues, power supply issues, but he doesn't or she doesn't have to go through all that because there's a tech hub around the corner. Imagine every street, every community with well-equipped tech hubs. When I mean well-equipped, internet is stable, there is power supply, and there is a management team that ensures that everything is safe. If a child grows up in that kind of community, technology is already part of their lives.
Yes.
So even though, I don't want to say so much, but imagine that child going in there and accessing downloadable lessons, attending flexible classes, getting mentorship, structured ones, and then also building and completing projects because they see the problem and they are learning to solve the problem for the future. And that child gets a certificate. That child should be able to compete globally, no matter where they are from or where they live. So when we want to talk about interventions and solving the out-of-school issue, we need to think online, yes, offline too. Let them get into places where they can access every junction. Like we have churches in every street. Let's have tech hubs in every street, tech hubs in every community, tech hubs in states. And I'm not talking 1, 2, 3 tech hubs, I'm talking hundreds, because there are millions of children out of school, like we said. So millions of trainers. We need global expertise or exposure. So the trainers are getting trained, and they are training the children, the teenagers, the adults, and so on. And technology becomes that. So when we look for founders, when we look for problem solvers, we are not looking to import anything. We have builders here, and we can do something for our internet. We can build power supply issues or solutions that solve that. We can use it in banking. We can use it in communication. We can use it in trade. all that builds because we set it from the foundation for every child in every area, community, rural, urban, to access. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Before I move to the next question, please, if you have a question while... Sorry, please. So if you have a question while the discussion is going on, please note it, and we'll take it after the discussion. Thank you. Sir, please, your contribution.
Yeah, let me add something to support what she has just said. The concept, the issue of out of school is first a conceptual issue. If you go to the north, it's a different ball game. If you come to the south, to the Niger Delta, that is placed today as a focal point. There are schools virtually in every community in the Niger Delta. But most of the schools may not have teachers. Most of them have teachers, but are not there in the schools because of insecurity. Most of the schools have no buildings. And so there is no place for the child to go and learn. And so it becomes a different issue when you compare it to places that the learners have no access to education. Here they have access to education, but the opportunity is not there. Opportunity, I mean, there is no learning space. Learning space meaning who to teach and where to sit and learn. And what are the problems? Number one is insecurity. Insecurity has become a very big problem in the Niger Delta. That the teacher is afraid to go to the class. The parent is even afraid to send the child to the class. So the child becomes a victim of circumstance. And so if we do not understand all these dimensions that are responsible for the out of school, we may not get it right. If we say we are sending facilities to these places, manpower becomes another problem. I know schools that have these computer systems, but these computer systems have not been used since they were installed here in River State. And so when we talk about technology too, and inclusiveness, how do we make the inclusiveness possible? When our materials are not safe, like she has rightly said, this thing should be there, this other thing should be there, and should be there. When these things are not safe in these places. I know also schools that the computer sets are in the houses of either the principal or the head mistress or headmaster. They're not used. One, because of insecurity. Some have been vandalized. And so it is an issue that should be analyzed properly before solutions are offered. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'd like to...
Sorry, in the interest of time, we have to move to the next question.
Okay.
So my next question is to you, Eno.
Okay.
So success in the digital age often stems from parents who don't just keep resources for their children, but plant them by teaching financial and digital literacy early on. So the question is, how can Nigerian parents adopt this mentorship mindset?
Okay, so this is for Nigerian parents. Okay, I like this one because I'm a parent too. So there are so many rules and regulations on use of digital tools when it comes to advices for parents and their kids. However, I really like to look at context a lot. And I'll give you an instance. This thing called screen time. I know a home where screen time is 30 minutes a day. I'm not a professional, but in fairness, it's very unrealistic. And I'll explain why. We need to decide what screen time we are assigning our kids to. So let's say we want to get them some level of digital literacy education. 30 minutes a day. Is it 30 minutes for watching YouTube games? Is it for watching videos? Or is it for learning a skill? So let's separate that. So that comes to the rules. So for parents, so that it's a very passionate topic and I might, debate. So let me just hit it hard. Become a co-learner with your kids. Learn the tech that your kids are learning. don't say I've sent them to school, because if I may say, these kids can run you streets. They're so sharp, they're so smart, and when I say learn the tech of your, intentionally learn so that you can take control of the space. Even the rules that you will set for the kids, the digital tools that they'll use, set it together. So for instance, at home, we don't watch TV Monday to Thursday, we do it on Fridays. So they look forward to Fridays. And I noticed that every time they get to sleep in and watch TV, like let's say in the evening, they're not coordinated in the morning. This is my rule, and I have my reasons, right? So you form the rules with your kids, become a co-learner with them on the tech that they are using, understand why they're using it. For instance, don't say, what are you doing on TikTok? Ask the child, why do you think this content was created? What's the tool that was made to create the content? I have triplets, a set of triplets. My son is learning Canva, for instance. Now he's bugging me at every point in time, right? It's no longer, I don't even go to him saying, drop the laptop. I'm checking, so what have you designed today? It's more, inclusive and accommodating because we're learning something. So let's try and integrate digital literacy. The parents should step up to the mentorship aspect by going out to learn the tech skills that their kids are learning and understanding how and why, ethics around those tools. That's where I feel the parents should have mastery on, so that they're not intimidated by the screen time and the use of digital tools with their kids. I'll stop there.
Thank you very much. Very profound. As a parent, you have to move from just providing devices for your children
Yes.
and to being actively involved in how those devices are used. Thank you very much. Does anyone have any contribution?
With due respect, the parent we're talking about in Nigeria and in River State, who is the average parent in River State and in Nigeria? I mean the average parent. Because I think we need to also consider the inclusiveness in this direction. The average parent in Nigeria, I don't think, has access to all these things we're talking about. But their learners or their children or their wards, if the government is able to provide the enabling environment, the children may have the access to these things without the parents having the access to them. Let's take, for instance, the average Niger Delta child. Like me, I grew up in the rural area. I'm from Abuja, Lubedun precisely. I did not see a television in our house until I finished my secondary school. And those parents are still there now. But here is a child who comes to the house with an iPhone or maybe a phone or something that can make him access all these things I'm talking about. The parent may not even know what he's doing. But he has a role to play by allowing the child to do what he is doing. But how will he know that what is allowing the child to do will profit the child? Because that is the fear of the parent. And so I think what we should do, to add to what she has said, because that is for the urban parent, what we should do for the rural parents to also ensure inclusiveness is to advise the teachers. I don't know how many teachers are here, because most of these things should start from the school. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how many teachers are here. These things we are doing today are supposed to originate from the school. The NGOs and organizations are supposed to support the school to do what the school is doing to make it impactful. So what I'm trying to suggest is that the teachers should not be far away from the parents. The teachers know what the parents are doing. The teachers should be, through their PTA, Parent-Teacher Association, they should advise the parents. Please, these are things, assignments that we are giving the children to do. These are areas we want the children to develop their skills. Allow them to do them. Don't be afraid. And once there is an issue, you should link us, the teachers. We are going to guide you. We are also going to monitor how they are going to use their phones. A lot are happening. So not minding the fact that the parents are far away from the material itself, the news, the information making rounds are filtering into their ears. And so once they see the child with a phone, they are always afraid. But when the teacher is close to them, through their PTA and the rest of them, they will be guided, they will be advised. And by the grace of God, with time, I think they will begin to work together with the school and with organizations to ensure that they also make their own inputs and contribute their own quota in the development of what we're talking about today.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So my final question before we open the floor for questions from the audience. Beyond internet access, what are the primary leakages in our current educational infrastructure that prevents tech from being effective? Sandra?
Thank you. One, I would say readiness. Readiness because of what we've been talking about, emphasizing on readiness. Something just came to mind, and I would like to say this to everyone. Please do not run away from technology. Technology generally shouldn't become a barrier. It's supposed to reduce barriers. It's a tool to enable. People are important. People. So you first. Do not run away from learning new things. You don't have to be a tech expert. So that we can have more people in these tech hubs you're speaking about. We can have more people and have a society where there is a child to a tutor kind of, maybe call it partnership. Imagine your child having a tutor that is assigned to her alone. So the tutor understands, guides, mentors, and all of those things as they use new devices, as they're exposed to new technology. So when you do not run away, when you open your heart to digital literacy, you help with readiness. Society becomes ready to embrace technology, to create technology, to use technology. So readiness is one thing. I'm not going to speak about another kind of infrastructure gap. I'm going to talk about people and readiness. But then another one is research. Do we have research labs? Are we thinking about research labs where we can gather, where we can study, where we can understand the people that we are building for and how they navigate these things, the challenges that they face? Do we have funding for this research? Do we have funding for the development? So when we do research, we have enough data to understand the challenges and what we are really solving. Now, technology is for education, for everything that we are doing, agriculture and all. But who will use them? Who will build them? Do we keep importing? Or do we keep just having ideas and there's really no strong system too? So before we talk about if Nigerians are building or using the next groundbreaking technology, let us ask one question. Are we strengthening the foundation that supports this technology we are building or embracing? Are we strengthening the foundation that supports it, that allows it to thrive? Do we have reliable power supply? When the person that has left secondary school is trying to get an internship, or the person who has left the university is trying to get a professional job or looking for opportunities, when they sit down, wake up at 2 a.m. to study, do they have lights to study? Is their internet stable? Can we provide that? Can we say between now and December, we are going to do something groundbreaking in Niger Delta that will make all the youth, the children, feel that we are ready for technology, that we are ready to embrace, to build, and allow it to thrive. Those are the things that are really pressing, and I'm going to stop there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, because we do not have time, we have to take questions now. So please, if you have questions, we're ready for you. Okay, please can we get the mic?
She said she knows me, I'm Mr. AJ. I told her I can be a bobo. She said she wants to be my baby. She said she's serious and she don't play. I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to say. That's what you she won't roll with me. She don't come for the same. Gaslight, she knows what's better. I need her for my agenda. Be cartel like Zella. Me and AJ locked in as brother. Any instrumental is mental.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think mine is not really a question, but I also just thought I should respond to what the representative from the Rivers State government said. UB, Universal Basic Education. I think I wouldn't want us to leave this room having the same mindset that has brought us to the same level. Because if we look at the theme, syntropy, it says synergy, collaboration. It is not the time we have to, start apportioning blames or running away from responsibilities. First of all, we must accept the fact that whatever situation we find ourselves today, we are all culpable. Culpable in one way or the other. If I want to ask from the Universal Basic Education in Rivers State, when last did you train your teachers? I believe these days training of teachers is no more compulsory. Teachers, possibly they train themselves on their own. Those who want to read further, those who want to advance their education, probably they're doing their MSc or PhD in different schools. But the government take responsibility. Because governance has now reduced education to building infrastructure, building beautiful school buildings without equipping the schools with digital learning facilities. If you talk about insecurity, why computers are being stolen, I can also tell you that that is not correct. How many computers do they have? These children, do they have access to laptops? Because you see, even in the universities, the same thing, because it reflects in even our scholars that we've sent abroad. Our scholars who send abroad, the major problem they have is computer literacy. They spend most of their time trying to understand computer literacy. So rather than making distinctions, that eats their time. That's why in this last aptitude test, we said for you to apply, you must also have computer literacy. Because over there, assignments are done through computers. Your tests are through computers. You even hardly see teachers talking to you. So this is a global community. We must grow to that level. What is the standard here in our universities? What is the standard here in our secondary school? Do we interact that way with our teachers? Even the teachers, they themselves, do they even understand how computer is being operated? So we must tell ourselves the truth. So let us not just be building big buildings. We have commissioned a very big school building, and everybody's applauding us. What is in those buildings? That is what is most important. Education is not in the building. Just like hospital is not in the structure. Hospital is in the equipment inside. Does that hospital have MRI? Does it have CT scan? Or is it a place where people are being killed because there are no facilities? And apart from the facilities, what about the personnel? So if today government purchases all those computers, laptops, give laptop to all the children, what about the quality of personnel to teach them? Because the education, just like we have our phones, every 2 days you see app updates. That is how we are also supposed to be updated. If you're a teacher, you must be updated. My experience when I was in my final year at the university, when I went to see my supervisor, he was a consultant in Shell, and in front of him was an education student that was doing political science education. And she was writing on SPDC, and he asked her, what is SPDC? There was an SPDC calendar just behind him. She could not tell what SPDC was. And the question asked, are you the one that will go and start teaching my younger children in school? But she's going to be an education graduate, by the way. So what does she have to offer? What knowledge does she want to transfer to those children? Now, if you look at the past, almost all of us that grew up, I attended a public school. The public school wasn't that fantastic. People above us, they attended public schools. Leaders of this country that attended public schools, both primary and secondary school. Some of them even they schooled in the villages. Some of them, they had no books. But the truth is that the quality of education then was better than what we have today. Because then government was not investing in infrastructure. Government was investing in the training of those teachers. Then our teachers' training colleges were very, very effective. You hear that people are going to Kaduna for teachers' training. People are going to, then COE, they had a teachers' training college here in Port Harcourt. Now, most of all those institutions are closed. So where do these teachers go for training? So those of us who are in authority should also ensure that we collaborate with the private sector and others to at least to close that gap. Let us stop investing on infrastructures that do not add value to our education. Today, you see people migrating to private schools, not because they have the money to pay those heavy, big bills, but because they want better future for their children. You see people sending their children abroad to school is because they want a better future for their children. But we can also create that here. The era of COVID actually told us in the world that classrooms are no more necessary, that digital education is the future. So if we now concentrate too much on building big classrooms, big school buildings, two-story buildings that we want to commission just to make the people know that we are working for people to applaud us. We spend heavy money in creating ceremonies for commissioning. But the question is that going to build the future? The answer is no. So please, let us take responsibilities for where we are failing. I am also in government. We know areas where we are also weak, but we are working towards strengthening those areas. That is why even in NDDC, just last year, we know that one of the major gaps is digital education. We acquired 45,000 U-lesson tabs that was distributed to schools in the Niger Delta, which was the highest purchase that has been made in this country, because we identified that gap enough. And unfortunately, as you're talking about criminality and insecurity, in my state, Bayelsa State, in one of the schools, one of the principals diverted those tabs and sold them. The teacher was apprehended, the principal was apprehended, and those tabs were brought back. So while we are blaming criminals out there, even amongst us too, we have criminals that are also sabotaging us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Because okay, we can take one more. Go ahead. Okay, do we have any other question? We can only take one more because we do not have time. Apologies.
Okay. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Okay, so basically, I just want to talk about the fact that teachers now lose their motivation for teaching and venturing into tech. I think the problem is probably, yes, exactly, it's poor motivation, but the fact that their income is not enough for them to venture into this tech and to promote it, and them not having the motivation to venture into it affects us, the students. So my point basically is teachers should be appreciated for their efforts, because now it's just the passionate teachers that still look for ways to boost technology and to boost development in the classrooms they are assigned to. But the others that lose their motivation, looking at what they gain from the teaching and what they should give into, is not balancing and is affecting us, the students.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
So I would like to say something quickly concerning that. Can we train 1,000 teachers between now and December in Niger Delta? I have a learning management system. I train people. I've seen people who do not know how to use spreadsheets, who do not know how to use Google Drive to manage files, who do not know how to send emails and copy other emails. And some of them are actually teachers in some of these schools. I'm not going to be blaming teachers everything she said is correct. My mom was a teacher. My mom is late. Yeah, she was a teacher. She was in Army Children's School, Bori Camp. I don't think when they were there was anything like computer studies anyway. But now back to today. We can change that. We can train public school teachers, give them what they need to pour into the children, our children in the schools. Let's take that as a project and let's execute it. Let's intentionally pour into that, monitor it, give the reports about it, put it out there, encourage more teachers to join during the next cohort. We could break it down into cohorts. First, we could do a research, understand the challenges that the teachers are facing, gather the data. What is making them lose their motivation? What do they think they would like to earn? Maybe some could, out of fear, put something that is not really, but let's just hear from them. Let's not solve the problem like we already know. Let's reach out to them, gather this data. Why do teachers leave teaching? Are they valued enough? What do they call value? What does it mean for a teacher to feel valued? Let's understand them. Let's work with their minds, because our children's future depends on this. Their cognitive capacity, their numerical reasoning, the solutions that they will build tomorrow, all depends on this. If our teachers are not equipped, if they do not know how to use spreadsheets, I'm not talking enabling, integrating AI and using AI to get the numbers and the formula. If they do not know how to enter data correctly into spreadsheets, then we are not going to be talking about advanced technology. Let us sort out the issue of digital literacy within schools. Let's train teachers. 1,000 teachers. I am in. If you're an NGO here, if you're an investor, you're in the government, please let's speak after now. Let's all come together. There are edtech providers here. We have solutions. We are building something. I attended Federal Government College, Port Harcourt. I'm not going to say that we were not exactly, I'm grateful for the education I had there. However, we could do much more for our teachers. I'm not even sure the teachers had access to some of these devices then. Whatever efforts teachers are putting in today, they are doing it by themselves. They are paying money on Coursera and learning and using their salary to, just make it, to pour their passion into this. But I want people to step in, make it subsidized for them, include it in the school. Let teachers have a day off to be trained, to be exposed to technology. Okay. All of those things and more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.